What happens when the galaxy's most ruthless, televised corporate meat grinder forces you onto the 10th floor, a desolate, post-apocalyptic wasteland where resource management is a literal matter of life and death, and the very concept of time is actively turned into a weapon against you? You get This Inevitable Ruin, the breathtakingly explosive, high-stakes 7th installment of Matt Dinniman's premier LitRPG sensation, Dungeon Crawler Carl. Carl and his hyper-celebrity, fireball-slinging Persian cat, Princess Donut, have survived the urban tactical slaughter of the faction wars, only to be dropped headfirst into a brutal, grinding survival simulation. The 10th floor completely strips away the safety nets of the lower levels, forcing the remaining human crawlers to manage dwindling oxygen grids, fight off terrifying mechanical abominations, and defend makeshift bastions against waves of elite alien hunters. Carl, still stepping through the madness in his iconic pink Crocs and boxers, is no longer just fighting to climb to the next level. He is executing a meticulous, highly illegal, and incredibly dangerous plan to permanently break the corporate system from the inside out. The true brilliance of this narrative lies in the staggering scale of the structural warfare and the absolute mastery of progression tension. Dinniman constructs a grim, unforgiving environment where every single choice carries massive, irreversible consequences for the entire human resistance. The banter between Carl and the delightfully sassy, gossip-loving Princess Donut remains a spectacular beacon of dark comedy and deep emotional comfort, especially as Donut balances her massive intergalactic fanbase with her responsibilities as a high-tier spellcaster and strategic general. Watching Carl manipulate glitched code, coordinate with rogue AI elements, and turn a desolate, resource-starved wasteland into an absolute explosive trap for the wealthy alien elites who tune in to watch him suffer is pure, unadulterated LitRPG gold. However, beneath the layers of spectacular explosion sequences, high-tier loot drops, and pitch-black humor, This Inevitable Ruin pushes the series into its most philosophically profound and emotionally devastating territory yet. The psychological trauma of losing close friends and carrying the survival of the entire human species is fracturing Carl's mind to a dangerous degree. His internal monologue has shifted from simple, desperate survival into a cold, calculating, and righteous fury aimed directly at the heart of the Borant Corporation. The unhinged system AI itself has become completely obsessed with Carl's defiance, altering game parameters in erratic ways that threaten to completely crash the simulation. The book masterfully tackles heavy themes of systemic exploitation, mental endurance under systematic torture, and the terrifying sacrifices required to lead a true galactic revolution when ruin seems entirely inevitable. Supported by a legendary cast of fan-favorite secondary characters, including the fiercely loyal, chaotic alien allies and Donut's terrifying velociraptor pet Mongo, this audiobook is a tour de force of modern science fiction storytelling. The progression fantasy elements are incredibly intricate, making every stat point increase, high-tier loot box opening, and newly unlocked kinetic capability feel like a vital lifeline in a completely rigged game. The pacing is a non-stop, heart-pounding adrenaline rush that builds toward an unforgettable, cataclysmic climax that permanently alters the balance of power across the cosmos. Ultimately, This Inevitable Ruin delivers a phenomenal, emotionally exhausting listening experience that proves when you push a human brawler completely past his breaking point, he won't just try to survive the apocalypse. He will become the inevitable ruin that tears down the entire empire.